Om Namah Shivaya, Asinest Fire, here on The Way of Dharma. Our topic for today, we are going to discuss a very, very intricate subject of life. And it's going to teach you something about life, a whole lot more about life and our composition as human beings. Okay, now stay tuned. Make sure that you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you like if you haven't liked yet. And stay tuned and watch till the end to get satisfactory knowledge. Now guys, the knowledge that we share here on The Way of Dharma is not to be taken as professional advice. I'm not a PhD, I'm not a professional. It is just knowledge purely for educational purposes. If you decide to experiment any of the sadhana that is shared here on The Way of Dharma, please be aware that you will be doing it out of your own accord, and it would be your own risk. Any knowledge shared here, if it has any backlashes, I and I or A Way of Dharma will not be held liable for anything. So yes guys, let us continue. First, I'd like to salute a few goddesses and gods. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Bhagalaye Namaha. And the god for Monday, or for Monday and then for Tuesday. Om Shri Chandraya Namaha. Om Shri Kujaya Namaha. Om Shri Sharavana Bhavaya Namaha. So yes guys, let us continue. I'd like to give thanks to my ancestors. I'd like to give thanks to those of you who listen. I'm grateful for the knowledge that I keep coming across. I'm grateful for the ancestors that brought me here. I'm grateful for the people that I'm living among. I'm grateful for my mother. She's making this journey very, very easy for me. I'm able to access knowledge because of her. I'm able to share knowledge because of her. I'm not being given a hard time. Basically, my incarnation in this lifetime is that of a fortunate person, and I'm being afforded a good opportunity to practice spirituality without no hindrance from my family or the people that I'm close to. Thanks for understanding. Thanks for everything. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Mahapratyangiraye Namaha. So yes guys, today we are going to talk about El Numero, numerology, and we are going to talk about readings in general and divination. Okay guys, let me tell you something. The most important thing about understanding these divination tools and methods of divination. Okay, the universe is energy, and communication is energy. Everything is energy. So energy can be read through symbols, through numbers, and through mathematics, through sacred geometry, which is symbolism, and through any other means. Spiritually, you can read energy. You can read energy from the subtle forms of existence, as you would read energy like the Maharishis. The Maharishis would read energy from mantras being heard on the subtle plane of existence. It's a form of reading. There's those of us that are very, very psychic and very sensitive to the subtle vibrations of life. You find that these people don't have the vocabulary to interpret what they are reading. And they have strong intuition, they have strong senses basically to sense the subtle vibrations of life basically. So now we have those sensitive psychic people, and then we have those of us who are not that sensitive, your occultists, your astrologers, you have your Ifa reading priests, you have your Egyptian reading priests, basically. So I'm going to talk about something that will help you in general in understanding all these methods of reading. When we come into this earth, we come at a certain time and at a certain frequency. The time determines our frequency. Time is just another measure of energies. We are measuring energies and how they are aligned. Okay. So the time that you come determines your energies, your temperament, your personality, and your destiny. Prior to that, you have a past life that would determine your future life. All those things can be calculated mathematically and numerologically. They can be calculated astrologically. They can be calculated through methods of divination like rune readings and stuff. Let me show you something. I want to show you my runes. Yes, I want to show you my runes. When I was starting out in the occult journey, I bought myself these things. These things are called runes, basically. Remember when we started out, I told you that you can read energies through symbols. These are symbols from the Nordic pantheon or spiritual practice of the Nordic system. What are the Norse? The Norse are those people from Norway and Scandinavians, basically. Scandinavians. So guys, if you want to get a clear example of who I'm talking of, there's a series called Vikings. Those are the Norse people. Okay, the Vikings, basically. So guys, rune readings read energy by use of symbols. Okay, and then you have us, the Africans. There's cowrie shells method of divination. It's also reading energy. For psychic people, sometimes the energies that they read, they come in different forms. You might see yourself seeing somebody and then you're seeing a dragon. It might indicate symbolically what type of spirit they are, basically. And then also you may see like a literal dragon if they have such a presence, or if they have such a bloodline in their life, such an energy in their life. So guys, basically readings and different methods of divinations are there to do what? To make you aware of the energies that make up a person. We are composed of so many things. We are composed of so many minerals, so many metals. Like guys, everything that you see in the external universe, it is also there in the internal universe. Guys, literally everything. We have fire, we have wood, we have earth, we have water inside of us. Everything, basically. So the way of influencing the external world would be to influence the internal world. So let's go back to reading the energies. When you read energies, you are able to find out a person's past life. You are able to find out their karma. You are able to find out their next life, basically. You are also able to find out their purpose in life. Suppose I do a numerological reading to a normal everyday person. I would know from their numbers that I get that the temperament of the person. I would know, I would get a clear understanding of their past life, and I can tell how to approach the person, and basically it gives me everything about the person, basically. What am I trying to say? There's some people who want to get spiritual knowledge, and you can see that in their numerology. There's people who are born solely to attain material acquisition. It will be indicated in their numbers. There are people who are destined to be sannyasas or sannyasins. It will reflect in their numbers. There are people who are able to have great spiritual progress in a short lifetime. It can be seen in their numbers. There's people who will go into relationships at a certain time. It can be seen in their numbers. Guys, like everything can be seen in their numbers. Same way you can see everything in the numbers, a psychic person may also see that. And then an astrologer may also see that, because what are we in actuality doing? We are reading the energies of a person. That's what we are doing. We are reading the energies of a person. So it gets complex, or they want you to think it's complex because it gives them a certain hierarchy over you. You think that the person is a miracle performer solely because they can read energy and they can tell you something. So now you think they are superior. Guys, it's a method of reading energies. Divination, it's only that. You understand? So you can also tell that. So I'd like to also give you a warning, especially my sisters in South Africa and most of you internationally, but I'm putting more emphasis on South African sisters. Guys, I've been checking your numbers. Most of you are public figures. I've been checking your numbers. Guys, you are gifted with harmonious numbers and you are fortunate people. So when you want to initiate into becoming a spiritual practitioner, sometimes you are too fortunate and the people who are initiating you, they get jealous of your fortune or your spiritual power. So now they try to keep you close for their agenda. I was speaking with a friend of mine. I call you my friend now because we've had a very beautiful conversation. And then he spoke to me about the book Agora by Robert Swoboda. Okay. In that book, the Swamiji, the Aghori Baba that they are talking about is actually Swami Vimalananda, the bliss of Vimala. I forgot what Vimala means, but Ananda means bliss. So Swamiji had very a harmonious numbers for spiritual growth, basically. And then he went to see an astrologer or a numerologist. I can't quite remember in the book. And then the numerologist could tell that this person could attain siddhis and would have to do sadhana effortlessly to reach a great level of attainment in this lifetime. So he initiated him into, what do they call it? I think they call it Smashan Tantra, or the Tantra of the cremation grounds, basically. The Aghora Tantra. It's also, yes, we can call it that, but I quite forgot the name of it. But it's a left-hand practice of working in the cremation grounds and using corpses for advancement. It's a intense Aghori sadhana. Okay, so you could see that the person would do that and would have no efforts in receiving darshan from Matara, the great goddess Kali, or Tara in her other form, basically in this form that we are speaking about. So he managed to initiate Swamiji, and then Swamiji, after that, he went back to this guy, the astrologer, and asked and told him, am I speaking the truth? But it's similar to to this. Okay, this is what I get from reading the book, if I can quite remember. Guys, don't mind my eyes and everything. I've been working quite hard. I'm trying to squash everything all together and trying to balance everything. So I'm not smoking any drugs or anything like that. So if you want to come and do your analysis on me, I don't do any of those stuff. So please, guys, Om Namah Shivaya. So he did what? He initiated him, and then when Mahatara appeared to him, the guru advised for Swamiji to ask for a boon from Mahatara so that they can use it to profit, or they can use it for something like that, material gain. But then Swamiji didn't want that, and then they had a fight, and then it didn't go anywhere. So yes, guys, all I'm trying to say is that people can see your numbers, not your numbers, your energy. When they read your energy, basically, they can tell if you can do something and be successful with it. So they'd rather keep it to themselves than tell you that you are in actuality a great person. So be careful of just going to any ordinary initiate or an ordinary sadhaka for readings, basically, because the person does not necessarily close off your luck as we might think in the African tradition. Of course, there's a certain practice of stealing a person's luck and then you using it to boost yourself. Okay, I'll tell you about it just now, what I think of it. So guys, certain people, they try to hinder your progress by doing that, and they try to keep you ignorant of your energies so that you cannot succeed or reach a level whereby you surpass them. Okay, so now let me talk about the one of stealing luck. You know, I told you about the energy. So the energy that you come with, it's a part of your soul. This identity is in actuality a part of your soul. It's not your entire soul, but you cannot have this unless you have a soul. Everything that exists has the I am. That's why it has the will to live. So guys, everything has a soul. So everything having a soul, everything is a soul. It has a form that it takes. It's just an extension of the soul. An extension of the soul makes it the soul, but not the entirety of the soul. So guys, your energies, they are part of your soul. They are an extension of your soul. So you are able to fragment parts of your soul and animate certain objects. This is where you hear of the phenomena in Harry Potter of creating Horcruxes. Horcruxes are exactly soul fragmentations that are used to charge certain magical objects or to disperse your soul all over to make sure that you live longer. So guys, when you take certain parts of people's soul, you can use them to bring about luck, to bring about spiritual advancement, to bring about many things. So guys, basically, that's what the African traditional healers or African wizards and witches do most of the time. So they take that part of your soul and then they use it to advance themselves. Sometimes it works, sometimes you find a person very, very strong who has a strong sadhana and a strong karma. Basically, you get to fight, you get to experience such people, and then you can't do anything, unfortunately. But guys, I can tell by a person's numbers or a person's energy. If I go into a spiritual warfare with them, I'd know what to do. I'd know the best times to attack. I'd know their temperament. I'd know if they have a strong sadhana, and I'd know if they are spiritual or disciplined in their sadhana. Basically, you know everything about the person when you read the person's energy. There's people who are born for the purpose of material acquisition, and you can see that they attain certain things very easy, you understand. So you can use them to advantage to get certain benefits from them. But I emphasize the fact that you must be independent and you must also be able to stand on your own, because when you wake up to yourself, your true self, you become higher than the energies that you were born with. You start to become a magician, you start to dictate your future, and you start to clear all your karmas. But basically, divination is a reading of energies, and we are only doing that. So I wanted to tell you about the one of material acquisition. So you find that your certain energies, your date of birth, let me say your date of birth, that energy, it creates you to be someone who is a person who is supposed to attain material gains. Okay, it's fine. The person can attain material acquisition or material gains. Okay, that's what they came for. Their karma is bringing them back for that. Okay, it's fine. And then you find that the parent of the person is doing what? Has their certain agendas about the child. So what do? They give them a certain name. The certain name is what the child will think of itself. It's what the parent wants for the child. So the energy of the name ends up not being in alignment with the energy of birth, basically. So you find that the name gives the child problems in attaining material gains. So in such cases, you may tweak the name to actually bring about a harmonious moving of energies to make sure that the attainment of material acquisition and material luxuries comes about easily. Same thing with a spiritual person. You might find that somebody simply came solely for the purpose of practicing sadhana, rigorous sadhana. And then you find that the parent from which the child is being born is actually of a materialistic nature. So you find that they give them a name based on the material nature that the parent desires. So now the energy of that name hinders the child's spiritual growth. In that case, you find that you are being thwarted on your spiritual journey. So you can tweak the name to harmonize, to bring about the harmony and actually advance spiritually. So sometimes it gives you problems. Sometimes you find that the disharmony makes you suffer in life. It makes you have enemies, certain enemies in your life. It makes you infamous. In my case, my numbers, when I check my numbers and my name, they don't align, and their misalignment causes me to be infamous, especially in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, they call me a wizard. They say that I use witchcraft on people. I don't know why. Maybe I've witchcrafted them, but they say such things. So you find that you have certain infamous things said about you. Sometimes you suffer from misunderstandings. So you get what I mean. So yes, guys, it causes about that. It brings about that. So that's what I'm trying to say basically. So the best thing when giving birth to a child, because the child would have chosen a certain energy they have to come and inherit when they come in this incarnation. You can wait for the child to be born, and then you use the numbers of their date of birth and check the person's temperament and check whether what is the purpose of the child. And then after checking that, you will either create a name based on intensifying the character of the child, or based on what? Intensifying the destiny of the child. For the destiny, how would it work? The child would have an auspicious, fortunate destiny. So if you want the child to attain great amounts of materials in that lifetime, you would tweak their name to be harmonious with their destiny number. You understand? And then vice versa. If you want to intensify certain characteristics of the character of the person's character, you use a name that would be in harmony with that. You understand? Sometimes you find that a person has inauspicious numbers. You would balance those inauspicious numbers by creating a harmonious name that will be strong against those inauspicious numbers. You understand? What will I say? In my case, my number is not aligning quite well, meaning my name is not quite aligning well with my birth my birth energy. Basically, my name number is a spiritual number. It's for initiation, spirituality. You understand? It's for higher knowledge. Basically, that's what my name actually means. Higher knowledge. Basically, in my culture, that's my name. Basically, if you know Sesotho, then you would know what my real name is. You understand? So you would know that somebody was looking for a certain type of knowledge, in my case, but then it brings infamy. Now I have a certain character that I was born under. That character, if it wasn't about if it wasn't because of the knowledge that they were seeking, somebody was seeking, I would be a very famous person, basically. Because when I check my numbers, man, when I go anywhere, basically, people notice me. You understand? Even when I'm not aware, I have a mohan, basically. So people notice me everywhere I go, and they are always captivated everywhere I go. So because of that number, it makes me to not become a sociable person. So now I have these times whereby I withdraw back into myself. I don't want to be a social person because it's because of the number of my name. It's hindering my character, basically, because my character is so out there. You understand? So in this case, I would change my name to suit my character. But then there's this aspect that my name brings about a higher knowledge, which is why I'm able to do what? To find higher knowledge. And then we pair it with my character. My character allows me to be a sadhaka. So I'm able to get sadhana and I'm able to follow spiritual discipline much more easier. So now you see it's a disharmony in terms of human relations, but in terms of higher knowledge, I get to thrive. You understand? So guys, but those are in actuality things that we can do in numerology. Guys, I can help you if you are interested. Maybe you have a baby coming and then you want to choose a name for that baby that would be in harmony with what the child might aspire to and in harmony with their purpose. We can do that. You can contact me on arsonist.fya@gmail.com. Another thing that I'm offering you guys, I'm offering a reading, a numerological reading, which is what I've been discussing, of course. And then we can do that. Contact me on arsonist.fya@gmail.com. It's arsonist.fire@gmail.com. We will speak through WhatsApp or through Skype, whatever way that would be suitable for you, via video call, to actually communicate about this reading, and we can share. We can share basically what you can do. And yes, basically those are the things that I offer. I also offer bracelets for those of you guys who are in South Africa. This is actually a tiger's eye bracelet. It's 150 rands. And then I also offer these copper bracelets, and then I offer brass bracelets. I offer these chakra harmonizing bracelets. They have a Buddha over here. And then I also offer these silver bracelets, bangles. You understand? I don't know if you can see the aura around it when I'm yes. So yes, guys. Also, I offer these iron rings. Iron is a very, very powerful tool for getting rid of magic that is being sent to you. It is also powerful for doing what? For doing what? For confusing the enemy and returning the evil spells back to the sender. So guys, I hope I've explained everything to your satisfaction, and I hope we are going somewhere. Okay, just as an additional information type of thing, you know, these coppers, I met someone at school, a girl who was wearing a copper bracelet, and I was like, okay, why are you wearing that? Because I was trying to see where the person is spiritually. And then she told me of a prophet that came to her and advised her to buy a copper bracelet for protection, because her neighbors were doing witchcraft on her. And then she went to buy the copper bracelet. After buying the copper bracelet, the prophet then told her that the people who were attacking her would soon come and try to take the copper away from her to do what? To perform more magic, because now it was protecting her from the magic. And then what happened? They came to her in dreams, trying to steal the copper in her dreams astrally. I also have a story personally. You understand? Personally, I had a copper bracelet before this one that was written Om Namah Shivaya. It's a Shivaya Trishul bracelet, a bangle. It's a bangle, sorry man. I keep on saying bracelet, but you get my point. And then I was attacked by the mob in order for me to lose that bracelet. And guys, I checked after being beaten up over there. I couldn't see it anywhere. It just vanished. For me to be attacked spiritually, because I believe someone was trying to attack me spiritually, because now I had an influx of bad luck. I even lost my phone. I was robbed last year. Imagine me being robbed. Arsonist fire, being robbed. Me. No, man. So you understand. So I'm suspecting somebody sent black magic on me, and then, or they were trying to get my copper, and then they did what? They sent the mob to come and beat me up, and then it gave them a chance to steal my copper. Afterwards, guys, I have a influx of bad luck in my life. Last year was very, very tough because I didn't have any copper bracelet. But since I've gotten this copper bracelet, I can see where I'm going. Financially, even spiritually, I can see where I'm going. And the past few weeks, they've been trying to witchcraft me, so I bought these iron rings. So now I'm fine. I don't have any nightmares or anything like that. I'm fine. So guys, you can also order these at arsonist.fya@gmail.com. You must be careful of the company you keep as a spiritual person. You must be careful of the things that you eat as a spiritual person. You must be careful of the thoughts that you are around when you are a spiritual person, because it's not everyone that is among you or around you that loves you. So you get evil eyes and certain things like that easily when you are around such people. Also, there's a Nazar anklet. This one will help you against the evil eye, and it will help protect you. It's like asking for protection from the Lord Satan. So guys, there's also people who have the planet Saturn in their charts basically, which shows in the form of a number, which I can tell by doing the numerological reading. So guys, in such cases, you would want to buy such a thing and such a thing to actually try to counteract and nullify the energy of Satan in your life, because you know guys, these things are real and they can cause you problems if you are not aware of them. So with that being said, I'm grateful for everything that's been going on. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for giving me support. You can also leave a donation if you are impressed or you are happy about the channel. If you are happy about the knowledge that I'm sharing, I will link my PayPal in the description. Whatever amount is allowed. And guys, you can ask me anything in the comment section. I'll be proud to answer. I'll also link my email in the comment section. Please, for those of you who haven't subscribed or gotten this video midway and now are just finishing it, please make sure that you do subscribe. Make sure that you do like, and then comment with any question that you have, and then try to ask me even for a future topic, to tell me to try to advise me about the future topic on what you would want me to talk about in the future. With that being said, I give thanks for everything. I give thanks for life. I give thanks for the sun. I give thanks for the moon, for the 9 planets. I give thanks for everything. I give thanks for the ancestors. I give thanks for the people that love me. Om Namah Shivaya. So yes.